Betrayal doesn't come with a warning. It doesn't wear a villain's face. It wears your friend's smile. Most people fear enemies, but enemies are honest. They hate you openly. The real danger is closer. It's familiar, it's warm. It knows where you're weakest because you showed it. Betrayal cuts deepest not because of the act, but because of who holds the knife. Look around. The people closest to you have the most access, and access is power. Machiavelli didn't trust sentiment. He trusted strategy. Loyalty, he said, is not a virtue, it's a tool, a currency, and it should be tested, not assumed. If you're blindsided by betrayal, it's not because they were clever, it's because you were careless. And in the game of power, carelessness is fatal. Welcome to the inner Citadel. Let's begin. They don't stab you when they're angry. They stab you when you relax. That's the first mistake people make. They think loyalty is love. That if someone laughs with you, shares with you, walks with you, they won't turn on you. But Machiavelli understood something modern minds forget. Loyalty is a tool, a mask, a means to an end. Most people aren't loyal to you. They're loyal to their needs. And when those needs change, so does their allegiance. You've seen it. A friend who disappears when you fail. A partner who shifts when you grow. A follower who turns critic when they see you rise. They were never loyal to you. They were loyal to how you made them feel. And when that changes, so do they. Machiavelli didn't blame them. They expected it. Because he knew, to rule well, you must first stop being surprised. If you treat loyalty like a given, you'll be ruled by emotion. But if you treat it like a variable, you'll begin to see clearly. Never confuse consistency with loyalty. Just because they've been around doesn't mean they'll stay. People stay where they benefit. So what do? You watch? Not what they say, what they choose when it costs them something. You measure their silence when you're weak. You test their patience when you're not useful. You don't beg for loyalty, you observe it. The world will hand you 1,000 masks, smiling, nodding, promising. But behind those masks, some are allies. Some are opportunists. Some are waiting. And the truth is this: betrayal always looks like loyalty in the beginning. Don't trust the mask. Study the behavior. That's how you survive the hidden knife. If they can read you, they can reach you. And if they can reach you, they can control you. This is why the strongest men aren't loud. They're silent. Not because they have nothing to say, but because they know the price of being known. To be unreadable is to be untouchable. You think people want to understand you? They don't. They want to predict you, to put you in a box, to find the switch that turns you on, the wound that makes you flinch. That's how betrayal works. It doesn't stab randomly, it stabs where it hurts. So if you broadcast your emotions, you explain yourself to everyone. If you wear your ambition on your sleeve, you make the traitor's job easy. Machiavelli warned. The appearance of virtue is more useful than virtue itself. Not because it's fake, but because people believe what they can see, so control what they see. Let them see calm. Let them see precision. Let them see restraint, but never let them see the storm. When you react emotionally, you give away your map. When you overshare, you give away your weapons. And when you try to be understood, you hand them the knife. This isn't about paranoia, it's about positioning. In a world full of watchers, invisibility is power. That doesn't mean isolation. It means discipline. It means speaking when it matters and staying silent when it doesn't. It means never letting your hunger become obvious. Because the moment they see your need, they'll control you with it. You want to survive betrayal? Start by becoming someone they can't read and can't reach. Let them underestimate you. Let them guess wrong. Let them project what they want onto your silence. Because while they talk, you prepare. While they assume, you position. And when they strike, you'll already be standing where they can't touch you. Unreadable is not weakness. It is armor, so wear it. The moment they know what you want, they know how to break you. Ambition isn't dangerous. Visible ambition is. Because the second you show your desire, you awaken their envy. And envy is the seed of betrayal. Machiavelli knew this. He watched rulers fall not because they lacked strength, but because they showed their next move. A man with no strategy is weak, but a man whose strategy is exposed is already dead. So you think showing your goals makes you bold. It doesn't. It makes you predictable. When they see your next step, they'll position themselves to block it, or worse, steal it, so you hide it. Not because you're afraid, but because you're calculating. There's no need to announce your ascent, just climb. While they brag, you build. While they post, you position. While they seek praise, you move in silence. Because power doesn't need an audience, it needs leverage. And leverage is lost the moment they see your hand. So what do? You smile, you nod. You let them think you're content. You let them think you've settled. You let them think you're small, until you're not. Your ambition is a blade. Keep it sheathed until the cut is unavoidable. This doesn't mean giving up desire. It means maturing it. Guiding it like a general with a war plan, not a boy begging to be seen. Do not be known for what you want. Be known for what you've built. Let your results do the talking. Let your enemies gas. Let your betrayers starve in the absence of your weakness. Because when they can't see your moves, they can't sabotage them. Hidden ambition is not cowardice. It's discipline. It's patience. It's war without the drumbeat. And in a world where betrayal is always watching, the invisible man becomes the unstoppable one. Loyalty is not love. It's not honor. It's not forever. Loyalty is a transaction. That's what most people don't understand. They confuse loyalty with morality, with emotion, with history. But Machiavelli didn't. He saw it for what it was, a temporary alliance, useful when it serves both sides, fragile when it doesn't. People aren't loyal to you. They're loyal to what they get from you. That might be power. It might be protection. It might be purpose. But the moment that value fades, so does their allegiance. You want to see someone's true loyalty. Fail, struggle, lose your influence. Watch how quickly they disappear. You were never the source of loyalty. You were the supplier of benefits. This isn't cynicism, it's clarity. So what do? You stop expecting loyalty to be free. You stop assuming it lasts forever. You stop treating it like a virtue and start treating it like a currency. Because currency can be counted. It can be earned. It can be withdrawn. So don't rely on loyalty. Reward it, test it, measure it. When someone is loyal in your absence, they've proven something real. But if their loyalty fades when your power fades, it was never loyalty at all. That's why powerful people don't demand loyalty. They create conditions where loyalty is smart, where staying close is beneficial, where leaving has a cost. Because if betrayal is cheap, someone will always be willing to pay it. But if betrayal means losing access, losing status, losing future power, they'll think twice. You don't prevent betrayal with speeches. You prevent it with position. So stop begging for loyalty. Build the kind of presence that makes betrayal dangerous. Because when loyalty is currency, you are either the bank or the beggar. If you need to be liked, you've already surrendered. The need to be liked is the gateway drug to betrayal. Because the more you seek approval, the more control you give away. You stop speaking truth. You start pleasing. You soften your edge. You dull your weapons. And for what? To be accepted by people who would trade you for comfort. Machiavelli was clear. It's better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both. But what he meant wasn't cruelty. It was clarity. Respect is grounded in strength. Like is grounded in emotion. And emotions change. People like what serves them, what flatters them, what entertains them. But when you say something they don't want to hear, when you set a boundary, when you refuse to bend, watch how fast like turns into resentment. You think loyalty comes from affection. It doesn't. It comes from position, from being someone who doesn't flinch. People don't follow the agreeable. They follow the unshakable. So ask yourself, are you trying to connect or are you trying to lead? Because you can't do both. Your power depends on popularity. You'll betray yourself before anyone else betrays you. And if betrayal comes, it will land twice as hard, because you handed them the knife just to be seen. So stop explaining yourself. Stop apologizing for your strength. Stop hoping to be liked by people who wouldn't bleed for you. Let them dislike you. Let them misunderstand. Let them gossip, retreat, withdraw. But let them respect you. Because respect holds, even when they hate you. And in a world of shifting alliances, respect is armor. People may walk away from someone they once liked, but they think twice before crossing someone they fear losing. So build that gravity. Speak the truth. Stand your ground. Be calm, be sharp, be immovable. And when the betrayal comes, it will bounce off the walls you refuse to lower. The ultimate position of power is invisibility, not because you hide from the world, but because the world can't touch you. They don't know what moves you. They don't know what you want. They don't know what breaks you, because you've made your throne within. Most people build from the outside in. They gather followers, applause, status. And when betrayal comes, everything collapses. But the strategist, he builds inside first. Because if your identity is rooted in approval, you'll crumble when it's withdrawn. But if your identity is rooted in mastery, you become untouchable. Machiavelli didn't write about ego. He wrote about structure. A kingdom built on appearances will fall, but a citadel built on discipline can outlast betrayal, time, and even death. So be the one they can't shake. The one who doesn't need to explain. The one who isn't seen until it's too late. You don't need to be loud to be feared. You don't need to be visible to lead. The most dangerous man in the room is the one who controls his inner empire. No begging, no justifying, no noise. Just clarity, just silence, just power. You don't need the throne they fight for. Because once you build the throne inside, you rule whether they know it or not. Betrayal will come, again and again, but you won't be the same. You won't be soft. You won't be surprised. You'll be ready, because now you know, the knife is always coming, but your silence is sharper. Subscribe to Inner Citadel Project. Rule the mind. Rule the self. Drop a comment. What truth did this awaken in you?